Hey Gromies, today I'm going to go over how I like to germinate seeds, and we're going to do so with some seeds that was graciously sent over from MedGrower1, some Primal Punch S1 Feminized seeds that I'm going to be testing out, and let's get to it. What I like to do first, a few hours before I soak my seeds, is to get the water ready first. And what I like to do is get a gallon of water or so and a piece of aloe off my aloe plant that's about the size of your thumb, or the length of your thumb at least. And I like to chop that up into smaller pieces and let that soak in that gallon of water for a good couple of hours before I use the water for soaking my seeds. Next, I like filling a small shot glass with some of the water that was prepared earlier, and then dropping in the amount of seeds I'm planning to germinate. And this time around, I'm popping 6 of the Primal Punch S1 Feminized tester line. Once I have my seeds soaking in the shot glass, I like to fill up my spray can with the rest of the aloe water combination. And I like to use this to water in the seeds after planting, and to continue watering them for the first week or so of their life. I like using aloe water for germinating my seedlings because it contains auxins, glyberins, and hormones that help the seed germinate even faster with a little bit more vigor. Then I like to cover it with tinfoil and label it. Keeping it covered in tinfoil keeps it in a nice dark environment while in a really bright grow environment. While the seeds are soaking, I like to fill some small pots with some soil in preparation for when they're germinated. And then place them in a propagation tray. Now you can't forget about labeling. Labeling is very important, especially when you have multiple strains growing in your grow environment. After I have all the labels placed in the small pots, I like to pre-soak the pots down a little bit with the aloe water that we prepared earlier in the spray can. Now usually I only do about 5 or 6 seconds of spraying just to pre-moisten the medium before planting the germinated seeds into the medium. Then as we wait for the seeds to soak and germinate, I like to place a humidity dome over the propagation tray to keep the humidity in those small pots. Now this is 24 hours after dropping the beans in the shot glass to soak, and 5 out of the 6 beans have sprouted little taproot tails. Now when you see little taproot tails like that, that's when I like to plant my seeds into the medium and let them husk the shells themselves. I like using the back of a paintbrush or a small tool to make a small hole for each seedling before planting each seed. Now I like using tweezers to plant the seeds as well. It's just a more precise and easier way to control a small seed, in my opinion. Now you don't want to plant them too deep, only a few centimeters or a quarter of an inch deep, and you don't want to put too much soil on top of them or medium on top of them either. You just want them lightly packed into their home, slightly below the surface of the soil. At the very end, I like to moisten the medium a little bit more with that aloe spray that we prepared earlier. Another 4 or 5 seconds of spraying in general, and that's all that you need. That's all the moisture content you need to have a great germination rate. A little over 48 hours after soaking the seeds, I got 5 out of the 6 seedlings come out of the medium. The 6th seedling did crack and it is sprouting, but it is a little bit behind the other 5. Now this is how I like germinating my seeds. I hope you learned something, Gromies, and have a great day.